Alright everybody, and welcome to another stupid video with me, Craig Bryant, and welcome to the Travel Lodge in Holyhead. I know I normally get a Premier Inn, but we're in a Travel Lodge this time. I will tell you the full details later on in the video, but I was supposed to be doing you a ferry video. That's the whole reason I've driven 4.5 hours, which ended up being 5.5 because of a crash on the Britannia Bridge earlier today. But yes, StenaLine and Irish Ferries have sadly cancelled on me. I'll tell you the reason why. Some of you already know why. So instead, I've been sort of scrabbling around for a plan B. Instead, we're going to be taking the train into Snowdonia or Erie. Oh my days, I'm going to get so much hate. That's the Welsh, because it's not called Snowdonia anymore, but Erie, your Ywydfla is apparently the name of the mountain. Sorry guys, my Welsh viewers, of which I probably have one. I'm sorry for the butchering of your beautiful language, but we'll be going into beautiful Snowdonia tomorrow. I've booked the train from Holyhead train station, which is in the port, just over the way there. In fact, you can see those orange lights just out the window there in the corner is actually the port itself. So anyway, I will see you tomorrow morning where I'll be getting on the train just over there, and I'll tell you more about what has happened at Holyhead Port this week. Well, what could have been? I am in the train station, which is also the ferry terminal, which is really good, joined up. And they've got quite a few staff on, so I'm going to be a bit quiet. But yes, I would have been coming in here tomorrow for my ferry, but it's all been cancelled, so I'll be going next door, and I'll see you there tomorrow morning where we'll be getting the train. First stop will be Llandudno Junction. I don't know what that noise is, guys. It sounds like a steam train. I'm going to get further away. That is my train. We are back at Holyhead Station. I hope you can hear me through this, by the way. There we go, shut up. We are back here the next day, and couldn't find coffee this morning, so I'm in a little bit of a tiz. I've got my yellow label croissants and things like that, but we'll be getting this first train, this Transport for Wales service that goes all the way to Cardiff Central actually. We'll be getting 2 stops. First stop's Bangor, and the second stop is Llandudno Junction. Don't know what it's doing. Let's just keep walking away. I can't get on the train yet. Don't worry, I'm not risking it. It's about 8 minutes before we depart. But yes, they're not letting anybody on the train yet, hence why everybody's still standing on the platform. This is a beautiful, beautiful station. Probably harks back to the golden age of rail and rail sail tickets. And actually before, I think, look at old Billy Go. There's the driver, or the train manager, maybe. You may be getting on now, so I better be quick. But yes, before low-cost air was a thing, this was the main way to get to Ireland, to get to Dublin. So this place is obviously built for that many people. There goes all of the doors that have been allowed to open. So I'm going to go and get on board, and I will tell you about the journey when we get on board.
Rhyl, Prestatyn, Wrexham General, Rwabon, Chirk, and Cardiff Central.
I've got basically this whole carriage to myself at the minute, so if somebody comes in, I'm definitely going to stop vlogging and I'll go back to whispering into my microphone. But yes, being the first stop on this very long journey. You've probably just heard some of the stops. It goes to Wrexham, it goes to Newport, it basically goes along the top of North Wales, down in England, it goes through Chester and things like that, and then back in to Newport and eventually Cardiff Central. But yes, I'm going to enjoy this trip now. We've got 2 stops, get off at Llandudno Junction, and we'll make our way to Blaenau Festynnog. We're in a tunnel, and I've just met a lovely man called Dennis. We just had a chat on the station. He's just on the phone there now. I've told him I'm going to take a few videos and that on the way. He's asking about what I'm doing, and bless him, he's just bought us a coffee. I was like, you don't need it. He's like, it's Christmas and I've just had my breakfast bought by my daughter. So thank you so much, Dennis, and this is a shout out to you. But we have just found out from the lovely content, really nice people here, by the way. I mean, they're very similar to Geordie's. Turns out Dennis's dad is from Washington, between Newcastle and Sunderland, literally 7 minutes from my house. And he said that his parents, well, his dad moved here for coal mining. And I was like, well, I've got people in my family. My uncle was a coal miner as well. So I think that's probably why, as people, we're very similar to each other. But Anglesey, just have a little look at this. Absolutely beautiful rolling fields. It's very, very flat actually, Anglesey. I remember that when we're driving on. But the train line sort of skirts the bottom end of the island, and then we'll cross the Britannia Bridge, the one that I drove on yesterday where there was a crash on the road. On the bottom level is the train line. So we're going to do that. But we've just found out that there's a bus replacement service for the whole way from Llandudno Junction to Blaenau Festynnog is what he said. Festynnog. I'm saying Festynnog. Festynnog. Sorry guys, you will have been kicking off about that as well. So I'll be honest, I might do a plan C here. I sort of can't be bothered with a rail replacement bus. So I might get the rail replacement maybe to Betws-y-Coed only and then get it back, or I might get the train into Llandudno itself. If I'm doing that wrong, just get over it, seriously. And have a little look around there. It's got a lovely pier, or maybe even travel a bit further on the North Wales line. I don't know what to do, to be honest with you now. But yes, I'm going to enjoy this, going to enjoy a bit of chat after Dennis is off the phone, and yeah, get some views out the window. Here's a bit of a sea review actually. Quite comfortable headrest these. There's the Transport for Wales logo. Bit of a minging moquette. I like the bits of red in it. Here's the table seat. As you can see, you've got 3-pin plugs and USB charging. Where can we see that? There it is there underneath. But yes, the train is relatively clean, relatively modern, and you've got these displays here for if you've got reservations. So yes, very quite impressed with this train so far. It's a comfortable ride, even though the line itself feels a little bit bumpy. Hugo! Hugo! I think he likes you a little bit better. Oh, you want? Oh, here we go. Hugo! You're getting some treats now. Oh, what we're getting here. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hugo, hello. What do you want? Oh, good boy. Oh yeah, there's the road bridge there. Join him. Oh, there it is. There's the lion. Well, good. I would have missed that.
Yeah, you might get the...
There's the Menai suspension bridge as well.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you want just lines.
Getting the other lion. On the, there it is. There, got it.
Did you get it?
I got it.
We will.
Lovely to meet you, Dennis. Thank you so much. We've arrived in Llandudno Junction, and I'm sort of coming up with a plan C now. I had a good chat with Dennis there, and don't hate on him if you are from Blaenau Festiniog, but he says when he goes there he likes to close his eyes, and said there's nothing much there. I've had a little look, and like there's this little model shop thing that I might enjoy, and there obviously are the mountains around it, and it's beautiful, but I just don't want a real replacement bus. I'm having a gallivant. He told me the Welsh for basically a Raj. I like to call it a general Raj, when you're just walking around and you've not got really anything to aim for that day. It's like an aimless sort of wandering. He told me the Welsh, but I've totally forgotten it. But I'm going for a general Raj today, so I think instead I'm going to go well, if the railway line is operating to Llandudno itself, the town, which is separate from the junction, they're two separate towns, so I think I might do that actually, because there's a little bit more to do, a little bit more to see. I like the seaside, you can still see the mountains from a distance as well, but yes, I think we'll do that instead. Everybody in Wales is lovely. Dennis was lovely on the train. The woman in the ticket office was lovely. And I've basically asked if I can change my ticket to go to Llandudno itself. And she said, just explain it to the guard and he'll probably let you off. And I was like, cheers. That's exactly how the world should work. But how lovely is this overbridge here? I mean, you just don't over-engineer stuff like this. I mean, but it probably wasn't over-engineered back in the day. This is probably built for so many people coming up here. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little mooch around a Raj, and I think it's about half an hour till the train to Llandudno. Guys, this is what life's all about. I'm sat on a chair eating my Asda reduced croissants and cinnamon swirls, and I've got a beautiful view of Iceland. Yeah, so other YouTubers, they go to Iceland, like Steve Marsh and Noel Phillips, you guys go to Iceland. So do I. That's a lovely little bookshop, the Junction bookshop just over there, and we have got the station just on this side here. So if you ever have half an hour or whatever, have a little peruse in there, maybe buy something as well. But yes, I'm just going to head back in now. We've got about 7 minutes, I think it is, till my train leaves. So better get back in there, find me platforms. There seems to be actually quite a few platforms in there, and then we'll head into Llandudno.
Llandudno. Teithio I Llandudno. Rydyn ni nawr yn nesau at Llandudno.
End stop olaf.
Rydyn ni nawr yn
Oh, we have made it to Llandudno, and if you kept hearing people going in the back of the video, it's not because I've said it, it was these two girls just taking the mick out of the announcement, so sorry Welsh viewers, blaming those two girls. And yes, I've been here before, so I sort of know what I'm getting into. So let's turn this video into a slight explore of this town. We'll go down the pier, and then I've done that before. And actually, I weighed myself in the fun fair, and it actually made us go on a diet because I couldn't believe how much I weighed. That's all I remember of this place. And then I would like to go up the Great Orme, which is the big hill just over there. And you sort of saw it on the way in on the train between Bangor and Junction. You could see it sort of. It's a really prominent. It's a promontory. It's prominent into the sea, and it's a really big hill. And there's a tram that goes to the top and a cable car. Now it's December, so there's a high chance that both of them aren't running or one of them isn't running. So we'll see if I can get to the top of that. But let's have a look at the pier, and then we'll go and see if we can get up that hill. And that'll be the video for today. Aren't you having fun? And if you are enjoying this video, you're a complete weirdo, but it might mean that you like some of the other videos. I do lots of transport videos, things like trains, but I love ferries more than anything, some planes as well. So if you like this video, please subscribe. It massively helps me out. You really don't know how much, and it's completely free for you. So click down below the screen there. Click subscribe, just means you get to see when I bring out a new video, and it's all free for you. And give the video a like as well. How cool is this though? This is obviously the track bed, the old track bed of two other platforms, and they've even got the signs up there, but it's all sort of tarmacked out. So it just shows you, sadly, the decline of the railway and what was once such a massive part of British life in these seaside towns that, you know, Llandudno. Before people going off to Spain for the holidays, people would have come here, especially people from sort of Merseyside and Manchester and that. They would have come here, and that's why you needed this much infrastructure. This is why you needed big train stations, because these were massive holiday destinations. Well, let's have a little look around the town. We'll go to the pier first. Right, I've officially regressed into a 5-year-old because I heard that fire engine coming a mile away, and I was like, gotta get that on film. So yeah, we're at that stage now. One other thing I absolutely love is how wide is this promenade? I mean, like, that is massive. I really wonder why they built it this way, why the road is so set back. But yeah, it's a class place, and it's really good to see so many people out for a walk on a lovely winter's day. Always find my name in these places, Craigie Don, and apparently there is a ski slope. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you will know that seagulls are my arch nemesis. There they are, plotting what they're going to do next. It really is nice here. You know, just when you get a nice feel to a place, it just has that. I can't quantify that. I can't really even put it on film for you. Like, it's a bit rough around the edges in some places, but it's actually really quite nicely kept. I love these coloured houses. All I can think of is Tobermory on the Isle of Mull, or Balamory as it is known to most of the world, sadly. But yeah, you've got these beautifully coloured, ornate, probably Victorian old hotels and houses, and a really well kept war memorial there with a lovely massive poppy, loads of wreaths from November as well. Lovely place. I feel like I'm in a weird Welsh version of Fallout, if you know what I mean.
It is a thing to be achieved. Create your destiny wisely, my friend.
This better not get me demonetized. They've got these North Korean-esque speakers playing out propaganda. I'm only joking. Christmas songs playing, but as everything today is damaged in part by the storms. I don't know if this was Storm Darragh last weekend, but come on, I did not know about this at all. The pier is closed. It is really quite long, so that's a large part of it. So the amusement bit is still open, but it's technically not really the pier, is it? But yeah, everything today, man. The train line, I've just found out as well, was down because of the storm damage. So apparently there's so many trees covering the line that they've had to close it, which is just, this is life in general, isn't it? It's not just like a YouTube thing, but life in general, you've just got to take things as it comes, don't you? So my ferries were cancelled, right? Like, nobody can actually help it, can they? Yeah, you can criticise decisions and whatever, but yeah, ultimately you've just got to get on with it, make the best of with what you've got. And I think actually, COVID sort of, well, at least taught me that as well, that yeah, even if things are restricted, whatever, you've just got to make like the best of it. So yeah, sorry for the sermon and that, but yeah, I can't go down the pier, but there was a guy there. We've all, literally, me and about 5 other people come here, we've all looked at each other like that. None of them knew it was closed, and we've all took pictures of the sign as well. But one of the guys right at the back, I think he's local, was saying you can actually maybe go around the road here and maybe get a picture from there. So yeah, I think I'll go and get some food though, because it's a little bit it's getting a little bit late in the afternoon now, and I've still just got my croissant to my belly. So yeah, we'll go and get some food, and then we'll try and get up the Great Orme, unless that's closed. Can you close a mountain? Well, probably. I'm also going to leave the amusement to when it gets dark later on, if I'm still here actually. So we'll go in there when I can't really see anything outside.
Glory to the newborn King. Still is led to hear the angels sing.
It's like carols by candlelight out here. Yes, if you're in Newcastle, our church does them. You can go on their website and have a little look. It's on this Sunday. Why is it that everything nice in this country now has been turned into a Wetherspoons? I mean, it's very good of Wetherspoons to keep these places up. I'm going to go in and grab some food. Lovely Wetherspoons. Geordies. What a Wetherspoons, man. Unreal. Well, that was an absolutely gorgeous Wetherspoons is in the inside. It was absolutely lovely. Got myself a little turkey Christmas dinner that they had on a special. That's one of the big things, by the way. If you ever want to do travel solo YouTube videos like these, the first thing you've got to get over is just eating on your own, because poor beautiful wife's at work today, had to leave her behind. But yes, that was lovely. Did the trick. But as you can see, I was in there for about, well, as you can see, you've got no idea. I was in there for about an hour. So it's 3:25 now, and the nights are cutting in because it's the 13th of December today. So I've just walked up there, the main street. Well, the street that the Wetherspoons was on is just the one down there. I'm going to try and get up the Great Orme. I'm heading towards the Victoria Street station, which is up the hill up there, I think. I'm just following my nose. I've looked at it on a map in there, and then I'm actually not following it because I'm doing videos like this. So we'll end up having a little walk up there. I'll see if the tram isn't running. I'm really not hopeful because everything has gone wrong today. That could have gone wrong. Like, I'm literally on plan C. You know, plan C, the pier is shut and the Great Orme's tram and cable car probably aren't running. But yeah, so we'll get there, and then if it's not running, I'll see if I can be bothered to climb up that, because that is, my days, that is actually a lot higher than I was expecting. So yeah, I don't know if I can be bothered climbing that. Great Orme tramway up here. And lo and behold, as everything has happened on this trip, it is closed or cancelled. It's definitely closed for winter. But how cool is that? That old tram. It's a very narrow gauge there that they've got. But yeah, there are two actual ways to get up here. You can either get the cable car, which is just over there, which connects nearby to the pier, or this tramway. So come in summer, don't come in December, and you have a little ride on that. That's absolutely, let's have a little look at this. I was going to say it reminds me of some of the Prague trains. If you haven't seen my Prague video, link in the description. But nah, that's a lot older and a lot more open than even them. Right, what to do? I've had a little sit down here at the fish shop, which is just opposite on the other side of the road to the tram stop here. It's called Fish Tram Chips Bant. That's really good, actually. I've looked at, so there's a bus that goes up as well, and it's like I've got to wait like sort of 40 minutes. I think literally I've just missed one by a minute. So just for my timings today, I really can't be bothered to go up there. And also by the time that happens, the sun will be setting or have set, so it's a little bit of a waste of time. We'll not have a really good view like it would be during the daytime. So today's been a fail, but it's also been enjoyable, and that's the lesson. The moral of the story is just got to go with the flow, don't you? So the way we're going to end this video, I'm going to first tell you why everything was cancelled yesterday, because I promised that last night, and I'll tell you the whole debacle with Irish Ferries. So if you don't want to do that, just skip this bit until you don't see my face anymore. Just skip it. So yes, Irish Ferries and StenaLine both use Holyhead. There's Terminal 3 and Terminal 5, which are right next to each other, and in between there is like a structure used for mooring the boats. So you've got double link spans on either side, and then you've got a structure. I might put it on screen actually, just instead of me explaining it. And that structure has got a gangplank sort of thing in the middle, and then you've got these things called dolphins on either side. So they're like these big concrete structures, and on those, one of those dolphins was basically hit when Irish Ferries ran the James Joyce, the formerly Oscar Wilde II, which I've got a video on in the description, when it was called the Oscar Wilde from Rosslare to Pembroke. That was moved up last year to cover the Dublin to Holyhead route. And basically, start of Storm Darragh last weekend, StenaLine, who operate the port, so it's StenaLine Port, it's very confusing. StenaLine Port own the whole port, so Irish Ferries use that port of StenaLine. StenaLine had cancelled their ferries, whereas Irish Ferries thought we're going to try and get a couple in just before the big part of the storm hits. What ended up happening is the James Joyce made contact. This is all alleged, by the way. Don't try and sue me, because this is on all the Facebook groups. So allegedly, the James Joyce hit one of the dolphins, but nothing happened, they think. And then the Ulysses, the other ferry that Irish ferries use on the T3 berth, when it came in later that day, it tapped it, and the CCTV footage that's been filmed, that's been put on a Facebook group that I'm in, of guys just like literally filming it, and you can see the Ulysses hit this dolphin, tap it barely, and the whole thing collapses. Long story short, because of that, all of the sailings were cancelled sort of day by day. They don't cancel in like miles in advance, and so they said basically the big thing was Thursday night is when they were going to start, and today's Friday. So I thought, we'll get away with it. I didn't get away with it. They cancelled all of them today, and that was yesterday when they cancelled them. So I had basically a day's notice, and I was already travelling here, so, and I wanted to come away anyway. But basically that was the whole point, is I was going to do you a video comparing StenaLine, the Stena Adventurer, to the Irish ferries Ulysses on the Dublin to Holyhead route. So I'll have to come back and do that video. Please, if you say in the comments below if you want to see that video. If you can't be bothered, if you thought, if you've got this far and you think this is boring, guys, you've wasted your life, because you've got this far. Honestly, most people just turn it off before now. I see the statistics, honestly. So yes, that's what's happened basically. And then because of Storm Darragh, we've got then problems on the railway. So the railway line between Llandudno Junction and Festiniog, that's all closed off, and there's a rail replacement. And so the only thing to do today was to basically amend that by going 2 stops to Llandudno itself, which is what I've done. So that's why I'm here. So the way we're going to finish this video, guys, I'm going to go back down, have a little play in the arcades, I think, and then if there's still light, I will film the train journey back a little bit until it gets too dark, and then I'll say thank you so much for watching. All right, we'll do that. I've just walking round sort of the headland behind the Grand Hotel, and you can see the pier all behind me, and it is just mad to see how bad the storm damage from Storm Darragh was, maybe other storms as well. I mean, obviously it's a pier, it's out at sea, and it's not a stormy day at all. It's absolutely glassy calm. It would have been a lovely day to be on a ferry. I can remember even seeing this last week. I was like looking at the weather forecast, the windy forecast. It is like a mirror out over there, and we're looking over Llandudno Bay, and we've got the town stretching all the way around the bay, and the main part of the town is just a little bit inland here around this headland. On the other side here, we've got the Great Orme behind me, and just behind there you can see the towers for the cable car, which isn't running obviously. But have a look over there and over here. Look at how damaged the area is. These massive trees. There is an absolutely huge tree. A huge 2 trees there at the end of my finger have just been wiped out by this storm. So some horrendous winds have obviously battered the place. The kiosk is tipped over there on the pier. So fair dues, you know what, health and safety in this country is an absolute joke some of the times. I think we're a little bit over the top, but actually fair dues, that does need to be cordoned off, and I'm glad I didn't go on it, and I'm glad they've cordoned it off. And then you'll not be able to see this on here. I'll put a shot overlaying instead. We've got an absolutely huge out at sea offshore wind farm. Absolutely massive. And that's what the ferries have to go around. The Liverpool to Dublin ferry, which is now operated by StenaLine, because P&O pulled out earlier this year. So it used to be the Norbank and the Norbay, which I've been on before. And that used to do that for P&O. But now Stena used the Vision maybe for a little bit, I can't remember, but now they've hired on a wet lease the Borsong, the MV Borsong, which is a freight only ferry. But because of the trouble that's been going on at Holyhead Port, they've actually got the Estrid doing a couple of runs basically from Dublin to Liverpool that I think passengers can use as well. Lovely E-Flexer ferry, it's a great ferry. The Estrid would have been lovely to be on board, but hey ho, it gives us an excuse to come back, doesn't it? At least you've got to just take it as it comes. You've got to enjoy it for what it is. But yes, the sun is about to set now. I'm just going to enjoy this beautiful view without videoing it all, to be honest with you. And then I'll have a little walk down to the amusements, like I said, into the station. It's 4:05 and the sun set at 3:58 according to my phone. And it's lovely now because you're starting to see. I'm just going to zoom in. This is the most I've ever used this zoom. Wow, that zoom is incredible. That there is the Conwy platform out at sea. Not sure exactly what it's for, if it's for oil or if it's, you know, for gas, or is now it's saying now stopped on marine traffic, so I wonder if it's just there. But yeah, you can see the wind turbines around it, and that massive wind turbine field there just on the horizon, and you can see some lights in the distance from some support vessels that are going out there to help maintain those wind turbines. And what I'm going to do now, I've got loads of time until the next train, but I have seen on marine traffic also that around this headland, the Stena Embla from Belfast, that's going into Birkenhead tonight, will be coming round the corner there, so I'm going to see if I can try and spot that. I'll not get a good view, I reckon, but yes, you know, the things that you do. Starting to get a bit cool now, but it is just an unbelievably nice, still winter's afternoon / evening. Lovely. So nice and peaceful. I cannot tell you how rare it is to have zero wind, and I mean I can't feel it even on my hands. There is zero wind at the coast in the British Isles. I mean, beautiful. It is a really lovely, slightly cold, but such a nice peaceful place. No way, I've just saw a flashing light in the distance. I'm still looking out for the Embla, and then I saw right in the distance a lighthouse, and it flashed 3 times, and then I counted how many seconds it took for that cycle to repeat. So it's 10 seconds in between a cycle of 3 flashes, and the third one's a little bit longer. And then I went on marine traffic, and I know what's in that direction, but I just wanted to be sure. And that is Douglas on the Isle of Man. That there is not even technically in the United Kingdom. It's a crown dependency of the UK, but that is sort of independent-ish, you know. It is the Isle of Man, and I can see it from here, which is absolutely astonishing. That's got a distance on it of 24 nautical miles. I think we are a bit further than that, so that's class. That I love sort of the connectedness of our country, and I love being able to see like another place on the distance, on the horizon. And that there, guys, is as good as it's gonna get. That is the Stena Embla. There is a buoy there in front, so watch the weird lights on the left hand side get closer and closer to the buoy because it's moving, because it is the Stena Embla. I can't see anything of it, even in real life. That is as good as it's gonna get. But yeah, at least I can see it. That's going from Belfast into Birkenhead. And I can see it here from Wales. Right, I think the sun is going down a little bit too much. It is a lovely, peaceful area. I'm going to head back into town, go on those amusements that I keep talking about. This is a lot less fun when you're on your own. Believe me, I feel a bit sad. And yes, I know I'm going to get comments about, oh, you're supposed to be a Christian and gambling. I paid £2. I paid £2. In my head, I was paying for something, okay? So don't DM me. But yeah, it's my life now. I'm going to get the train. Yeah, just needed a break from the driving. Watermelon.
See you soon.
Yay. Right, let's see what we can get for 45 tickets then. I don't think I'm going to get much. For all of that, guys, I got a tiny little Haribo and one chocolate coin. Don't gamble. It's a mugs game. Change of plan, which has been the whole day. It's been massive change of plans all the time, so you might as well add another one. The trains from Llandudno to the junction basically are so infrequent. It's going to be better for me to get a bus just outside of this shopping centre here to Llandudno Junction, and then get an Avanti West Coast actually to Holyhead. So I'm going to do that instead. It'll just be so much quicker. Like, this is going to save me 45 minutes. It's so nice and beautiful and Christmassy. They've done a really good job. Hats off to the council here. Great work. The 15 actually goes to Colwyn Bay, so I'll be getting that there and then getting on. That's the stop before Llandudno Junction, so we'll go to Colwyn Bay instead. So we've arrived in Colwyn Bay, which is a place I didn't expect to be going today, and hopefully they'll let us off the one stop on my train ticket that would have been coming from Blaenau for Stiniog. And well done to, I think it is Conway Council, because the street lighting for Christmas, the Christmas lights, is absolutely fantastic in people's houses. It was just class to see people's Christmas trees all there. It's looking absolutely beautiful. They've done a great job. So we're going to go for about just at the end of this road. Actually, it's just here. Sorry, I've just seen the train station. So it's over the A55 North Wales Expressway Road, the one that goes to Holyhead as well. So the train line sort of follows that. We'll be getting on an Avanti West Coast. I'll not do any filming on it properly. We'll just sit in my seat, and I'll end the video there because it's absolutely pitch black and there's nothing to film. But I think I've got about 10 minutes to its normal arrival. I think it's running a little bit late, so it might end up being a 20-minute wait now. We've made it. I just had a chat to the guys at the ticket office because it's the first place today that there's been ticket barriers, and because my train ticket should have been obviously Blaenau Festiniog, Llandudno Junction, Holyhead. I had a chat with them. I was just like, guys, I've been in Llandudno. I'm not like, I was just joking on about how I can't pronounce anywhere, and they were just like, yeah, just go through. That's absolutely fine. So honestly, I cannot say this enough. Every single person I've met in Wales has been lovely and friendly. Like, I'm genuinely, apart from the one drugged up guy hiding under the Celtic Gateway Bridge in Holyhead last night. He was actually a bit scary. I haven't mentioned him yet. So we'll just wait here. Honestly though, everyone's just been so lovely, and I will be waiting for my train to Holyhead. It is a very busy train. I am hiding in the vestibules. I mean, there are seats, but every single one is next to somebody. I think there might be one at the back, so I'm going to go and nab that. But just like to end the video here, if you've enjoyed this video again, please subscribe. It's absolutely free for you, and it massively helps me out. And give this video a like, share it to your mates, make a comment below. And thank you so much for watching this day that was a bit unexpected for me, but hope it's turned into an okay-ish video to put you to sleep tonight. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.